So I'm on episode 10 of Dungeon Meshi.
Yay!
I watched Dungeon Meshi. I've been doing that's the homework I've been doing. I got other stuff.
Okay. I'm proud of you.
I don't think you'll like it.
Ooh. Valid.
I enjoy it.
Yes.
I don't think he'll like it, only because I see what you mean in regards to the slowness that you would get from Frieren.
Yes.
And I do get I do get a lot of laughs, especially from the Marcel character.
Yeah.
Like, fucking hilarious. I love the character.
She's,
probably one of my favorite female characters in anime in a while, actually. And that's only me 10 episodes in.
Which is funny, because I didn't like her in the beginning, and then she grew on me.
So, and I watched, like, the first 8 episodes in the English dub. So, because I wanted to give Emily Rudd some respect.
Yes.
Nami Swan, the girl who plays Nami for live action.
Mm-hmm.
I enjoy it. It's just okay. It's a fun time. Like, I couldn't get into, like, doing a quick binge of it because I wasn't that interested. Mm-hmm. But it's fun. It's an easy, like, light watch.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's casual.
Definitely they be doing some weird shit with eating, the way they eat these monsters and stuff like that.
It's crazy.
Like, pass. Fizz-me, pass. I'm not...
Rather starve?
They just some of the shit they be choosing to eat, bro, is weird.
I mean, when you pour, you pour. You got to do what you can. If they cook it up real good, I'm gonna eat it.
No, I respect it. This is how you know they're not white, because they know how to season.
That's senshi.
They all about seasonings in this show. Mm-hmm. Like, you gotta season your stuff, man. If you just
senshi,
if you are palm colored and you are watching Dungeon Meshi, I really hope you learned something about seasoning your food from the show. But I'm looking forward to getting through it, but I don't know if he would like it. I enjoy it, but
okay. What do you think? Do you think I'd like?
I kind of agree with you. I don't know if he would either.
Am I that critical?
I think you should think of it as a slow-paced, chill watch.
So it's Frieren.
Yeah.
No, because Frieren has like some seriousness to it.
Yeah.
That like kind of engages that you want to learn more about the world a little bit.
Okay.
Where like this is like you're learning more about monsters and different ways how to cook them. So it's like Food Wars and Frieren.
That's what I said.
But
mixed
also
together.
It's a little more leaning into like being comedic the whole time.
Yes. So
Dr. Stone. There we go. That's the best example because they break down
or maybe
so
like
many things like Dr. Stone.
Maybe like a Konosuba-ish. Maybe less panties.
Konosuba is like
that's its own.
That's his own.
I can't imagine
comedy.
Okay.
But I just mean in regards to like how intricate they are about the cooking part of it. It's not so much like Food Warsy, but like because it is food, I think we're automatically prone to say Food Wars. But if you think about how Dr. Stone always breaks down all the science stuff of it all, it's how they break down all the like, use this for the vinegar to offset blah 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 and XYZ.
Yeah.
And so that's what the series does.
Okay.
It's nice. Like I'm only 10 episodes in. I would probably right now give it like a 7.
Mm-hmm.
But that's just me. I already know my lenient 7 is like probably a 5 for you.
Okay.
Now I want to see. Now I want him to watch it so he can see.
I'm 1 episode behind on Windbreaker.
Oh, nice! You caught up on Windbreaker.
I was putting in work, bro. Listen, I couldn't read My Hero, but I was watching other shit.
So
you haven't watched the newest episode, right?
I didn't watch the episode that came out. Like I had it on, but then we had to come record.
Okay, same. I haven't watched that episode either.
So I like it. It's cool. It's the hands is what Tokyo Revengers could have been. Hands, like they really be scrapping
the fluidity of the way they move around.
Now,
I'm excited.
Like the story and everything around it. It's not really anything special.
Yeah.
Like, it's like, okay, cool. Like, I want to be the strongest, but here, I finally found friends type story. And getting stronger for the sake of fighting for your friends. That's basically the narrative of it all.
Okay.
Yeah. But cool fighting scenes. I like how the banter is between the characters and things like that.
That one fight between, like, the two leaders of the gangs, when they were holding each other's hands.
Oh, my God.
And they're just, like, flying around, like, each other. It looked like a dance.
Didn't know what was going on.
It was crazy.
They put a lot into the fight choreography for this. And the whole time I was thinking to myself, I was like, I wonder if this is what triggered Danny about the My Hero thing with the animation. Because I was just like,
that and Kaiju number 8. Like,
I was going to say, so is the animation carrying this right now?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yes. Like those fight scenes. That's why I said everything else story-wise, nothing special. But once they start fighting and like what they do with the fight choreography there, I'm like, oh, these niggas is scrapping.
Ooh,
because it's straight hands, there's no powers, ain't no time travel. Motherfucker ain't Takamichi, so he not just like using the power of will and guts to get through. Like, nah. Everybody know how to fight.
Alright, period.
I wonder
love that.
if the budget for them was lower than My Hero Season 7.
We'll see.
I mean, we did enough My Hero slander already before.
You're right. Sorry, I can't help it. Wait, can I just ask, what do you think of the intro?
I like the intro.
Yeah, it's fun, right?
I like it. It's no Kaiju number 8, but
no, it's not.
Kaiju number 8. This last episode was fucking ridiculous.
How many episodes is it? Kaiju number 8 currently?
10
we're on
11?
episode 9 or 10, I believe.
Okay.
Yeah, that's going great as well. I started this series yesterday, caught up to it. It's 9 episodes in, called Go Go Loser Ranger.
Oh, what?
Waiting for it to stack up.
I love this shit.
Really? What is it about?
I love it, son. It's
bad
called
Power Rangers.
In Japanese, it translates to Reject Ranger. It's basically, look at the Power Rangers as an organization and like a whole entity, kind of like the boys, that's extremely corrupt.
Okay.
And all the monster fights that happens every week is extremely publicized. It's as capitalist as it can get. They make it a Sunday event. People go to watch them fight monsters in this arena every Sunday, right?
Wow.
And all the boss villains, there's no boss villains. So what it is all the grunts are forced, and the grunts are immortal. All the grunts are forced to just come every Sunday and put up with this as a way of a treaty to be like, oh, we'll let you kind of like live there. You just gotta let us like we'll wash out every Sunday.
Wow.
And the story just basically goes through one of the henchmen, the monsters or whatever, Fighter D. He finally had enough. Enough was enough, and he was just like, I'm going to find a way to take this whole organization down. And then you start to realize there's other the that also want to kind of take down this organization because they realize how corrupt the Ranger system is and everything they have in between. It's very reminiscent in regards to this series called, you ever heard of World Trigger?
No.
Yeah, that's old.
Because they do have ways that you can get promoted into becoming a ranger, because they have people who are rangers.
Trainees.
Trainees. Yeah. And like you have to like pass tests against like certain parts of XYZ or whatever. I'm really the intro is fire. I think the animation is really fluid. I like the characters.
Okay.
I like the concept. Perfect. I also am a Power Rangers fiend.
Yeah.
Bias there. I'm a sucker for Power Rangers. So having the Power Rangers be completely corrupt and somebody trying to find a way to like just clean that up.
That's a cool concept.
Concept, bro. And
where is it streaming?
Hulu.
Oh.
Yeah. And also all the grunts, basically putties, they weak as shit. Mm-hmm. But they have the ability to transform into other people or transform into monsters. So that's what they do every Sunday. They all come together and be like, all right, guys, we gotta think of a monster for this week. They're like, maybe like a tiger mixed with something else. It's like, we did that last week. It's unoriginal. Like, blah, blah. Wow. So like, it sounds
so sad.
Bro.
It's like they get beat up.
I fuck with this, bro. The fighting is really cool.
I like it.
Great concept.
I'm gonna watch it this week.
And I also watched Godzilla -1.
Yay!
I've been putting in work this week, bro.
I rewatched it in
Fantastic.
English.
Really?
I basically feel like I was watching Attack on Titan.
Yes, I'm telling you, it's so good.
It's basically Attack on Titan.
I can't wait.
It is basically an anime. Like, my boy told me he watched it, and you just said you watched it in English.
Yes, I rewatched it.
I watched it in Japanese, but you watched it in Japanese originally.
Yes, I've seen both English and Japanese.
What were your thoughts about it in English?
In English, it wasn't bad. There was a couple people who I feel like they could have taken the tone of, I don't know, if you hear something in Japanese and you're like, ah, and it was like, okay, let me try to match his tone, ah, but it's like some of them, it's just like, they sounded like they were trying to anime style, like, you could have done better for us. I'm like, but most of the people, like the main cast, were all great. I liked it.
I really just felt like I was watching an anime the whole time. Not even because, definitely because like Japanese acting is just like how it is. I know a lot of people are just like not used to that who don't watch anime. They think that, anime, they just all over the top. But I just think that's just the Japanese style of acting and voice acting completely. The same way that I feel like you can compare it to a lot of like Spanish shows. Like those, when you watch a show that is La Casa de Papel is one of the shows I watched. I watched it in Spanish, right?
You watch Casa de Papel?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. Money Heist.
So I watched that in Spanish though. I don't watch it in English. And I'm in my head like, it's no different. Every culture just kind of like acts differently in how they do it. I feel like a lot of Americans were so closed-minded, where it's like as soon as we see something that's not us because we watch anime, other people who like don't watch anime, like, I just don't like how like over the top it is. I'm like, to other people, Americans are over the top when we act as well.
They've clearly never seen the Indian Bollywood, like dramatic, triple takes, different angles.
You like Bollywood stuff?
I do like Bollywood stuff. But there's a trick to it. You have to like skip like every 15-20 minutes.
Why?
Because they're like 3 hours long. But they're so good. Okay. Netflix has a plethora of Bollywood movies.
Wow.
There's like that one guy who's in like all of them. Apparently he's like one of the highest paid actors in the world.
Wow. Good for him.
Yeah. Great. But Godzilla -1, fantastic. And just randomly plopped on Netflix. No heads up, no nothing.
I saw a lot of things.
You should watch it.
Because it's people have been wanting it to come out for so long, but it hasn't been on any streaming platform. You watched it like almost 6 months ago.
I watched it when it dropped in theaters. So
I think it's a really good testament to showing like how much foreign films are really starting to really push through and break through, our U.S. box office like barriers, especially because of how a lot of our movies have been performing.
Yeah.
Like a homegrown movies been performing. Like that Mad Max movie that came out. I heard a lot of people didn't really check that.
Really?
I heard some people liked it.
I didn't say like. I said check it. Like liking, two different things. Going and making the money, it didn't make its return at all. We talking about a movie that cost over 100-something million, where like it only made like 20 mil.
Oh,
so that's why I'm saying people didn't go check it. You may know somebody, but people ain't go check that shit.
Yeah.
You're valid.
The same thing with, and this movie cost Godzilla cost like 19 mil to make.
Yeah, it was barely.
And they made like 100-something mil on that. So that's what I'm saying. Like budget don't mean nothing. Just make a good fucking movie. That's all we want.
I think it was even less. I think it was like 10 mil, something like that. It was super low.
Listen, the fact that it cost that much to make, even that Godzilla, their version of Godzilla, and I'm not even into Godzilla, bro. The fact that he talked about Godzilla 1999, 2000. Yeah. Never heard that shit in my life.
10 million. I was right.
For Godzilla -1,
bro. That shit made.
And it was so good. It was so good. So like worldwide.
So I think that's just an impressive feat in itself. I think that's just a message because I know that there is a current conversation in regards to just the downfall right now of a lot of movies, movie theaters, etc. People got other shit to spend money on. I'm not about to go sit. Even myself, I'm not about to go sit somewhere for 3 hours.
Yeah.
When I could be in the house, especially if I don't know if it's gonna be good.
Why am I take that risk?
Yeah, like you want me to commute 40 minutes to 30 minutes to go sit somewhere for X amount of hours and then have to spend a minimum of $40 to potentially not like something?
Yeah, you never know.
Yeah, I'm good. Like this ain't I got bills to pay now. I got other shit to do. So.